Fast, focused, and fearless. Here are the latest stories at this hour. I'm Angelo Castro III. Motorists may need to tighten their belts next week as a big-time oil price hike is expected. The DOE Oil Industry Management Bureau projects diesel prices going up by as much as 6 pesos per liter and kerosene by up to 8 pesos per liter. Gasoline, meanwhile, may either slightly increase or has no change. Oil Bureau Director Rino Abad said there may be supply tightness in June due to stabilization efforts tied to reserve adjustments made in the previous months.
Pumalma lang dahil dun sa panandalian na mga replacement volume. Inaasahan sana ng market na maaayos ngayong buwan na towards July ngayon pinoproject na nila yung August na magkakaroon ng panumbalik sana ng supply.
Some breathing room for Filipino consumers as the Philippine Statistics Authority reports headline inflation hitting 6.8% this May. This is a clear drop from April's 3-year high of 7.2%, although it is significantly higher than May last year's 1.3%. State economists say relief at the gas pumps is the primary driver, with transport price costs dropping significantly. Food and utilities also eased up, bringing the year-to-date average inflation down to 4.5%. While price hikes are slower than the BSP's projection of up to 7.9%, officials warn that the upcoming typhoon season still poses a risk to local food supply chains and market prices. House members deny receiving cash deliveries as alleged by self-proclaimed soldiers who worked for fugitive Saldico. Lawmakers believe the accusation is only meant to distract from the upcoming impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. This report from mobile journalist Amy Atienza.
Several lawmakers who allegedly received cash deliveries have denied the claims made by the 18 ex-Marines who showed up during the Cayetano Block's flood control hearing last June 4. Among those who were mentioned are Representatives Terry Ridon, Laila De Lima, Sandro Marcos, Jervy Luistro, Benny Abante, Zia Adyong, and Joel Chua. Even former congressmen with the likes of former Representatives Franz Castro, Arlene Brosas, and Robert Ace Barbers were revealed by the group of former military personnel of alleged corruption. The former Makabayan Bloc reps Castro and Brosas said in a joint statement that Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano has been a figure of constant attacks towards their bloc and activists. Nevertheless, they will continue to stand by truth and justice amid all political issues in the government. As for Bicol Saro Party List Representative Terry Ridon,
well, una sa lahat, nakakatawa ko yung 18 ex-Marines kasi parang lahat na lang po may maleta, lahat na lang po bayaran, no? Pwede sila na. Walang maleta na dineliver sa akin sa kahit anumang panahon o kahit saan mang lugar.
in a statement, Lanao del Sur Representative Zia Adyong pointed that the information disclosed by the 18 ex-Marines is a mere distraction to the upcoming impeachment trial against Vice President Sara Duterte. This is likewise the viewpoint of former Surigao del Norte Representative Robert Barbers in his comment regarding the matter. He stated that this meant to divert attention from the impeachment of VP Sara to the alleged flood control scandal. Ridon, a member of the House prosecution panel for the VP's impeachment, believed the same idea.
Tingin ko panggulo ho talaga itong araw na ito, no? Kasi marami po doon sa mga never na pangalanan ng affidavit po ng 18 Marines ay biglang pinapangalanan po ngayon. Ayun po yung una. Particular po yung mga miyembro po ng House prosecution panel. Yung focus naman ho namin on what the 18 Marines stated, kasi yun po yung slander against House prosecutors, no? Including myself.
As for the Vice's impeachment, the House prosecution team is still on the discussion on their reply to VP Sara's response to the summons. Ridon shared that they will not dignify the non-answer of the Vice President to the allegations against her. A pre-trial conference is also expected to happen on June 15. Kapatid Amy Atienza, we are One News.
The Blue Ribbon Committee, led by Senator Erwin Tulfo, will resume its hearing into the flood control controversy on Monday, June 8. Among the resource persons invited are former House Speaker Martin Romualdez and the 18 alleged former Marines who accused Erwin of receiving suitcases full of cash in alleged kickbacks. The senator has denied the allegations and called yesterday's hearing bogus.
Well, it's a sham hearing. Hindi naman recorded yun dahil illegal, di ba? Definitely, it's a lie, a blatant lie. Saan nanggaling yung sinasabi nila isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, limang, whatever the maleta is. Kung sabihin nila, di ba, flood control, supposedly, flood control hearing daw yun. Eh, wala naman akong flood control.
Meantime, Erwin's brother, Senator Raffy Tulfo, also called yesterday's hearing a mere press conference. Speaking to our sister program Storycon, he also blasted former Marines who tagged Senator Erwin Tulfo in an alleged kickback scheme. Raffy says his sibling is suing the former soldiers and even the senators who conducted the Thursday hearing.
If you notice, yung dalawang vice chair ng Blue Ribbon nila, Alan, ay may mga kaso din. Si Jinggoy, saka si Marcoleta, may mga kaso yun. Kay Erwin, bintang lamang at part of the demolition job. In fact, I talked to Erwin right away. I called him up and he said, that's not true. Galit na galit siya. He will file a cyber libel case against those Marines na binanggit pangalan niya, maging doon sa mga senador na ini-implicate din siya dahil, remember, illegitimate sila eh. So, hindi sila covered ng parliamentary immunity.
Yes.
So, that was just a press conference. So, yari sila kay Erwin.
Senator Tulfo also pushed back against Davao Congressman Pulong Duterte. On Facebook, the Vice President's brother questioned the way the Tulfo brothers conduct themselves in public discourse and in the Senate. Pulong said the upper chamber is not a television program nor a ratings game. He warned against turning public service into performance-driven confrontation.
Siya ba yan o
Eksakto.
Eksakto, ganon. Kami, yung tapang namin, ginagamit namin sa tama. Kapag meron ng api, meron mga na-oppress, kinakampihan namin yun para mabigyan ng hustisya. Hindi yung para makipagbardagulan, para magpasikat. Ang dami ka na sobrang problema. Si Pulong ba, may nasolve na ng problema.
As for the new Senate majority's plans, there will be an impeachment manager to help Senate President pro tempore Sherwin Gatchalian with the impeachment trial of VP Sara Duterte. Tulfo said Gatchalian is also acting presiding officer for the proceedings. The senator likewise hopes one more minority member will jump ship so they can finally elect a new Senate president.
Kung magkaroon ng special session, by that time may special session, meron kami maisingit na +1 or +2, +3. Na. Kaya sabi ko, I'm inviting everybody, lahat ng mga taga ngayon, the new minority, lipat kayo sa amin. Okay lang. Ayusin natin yung problema ng ating bayan. Tama na. I mean, labis-labis na yung mga pangyayaring kahiyaan na dulot itong problema dinala ni Alan Peter Cayetano sa Senado.
In sports, sprinter Zion Corrales Nelson is officially the fastest Filipina after clocking a record-breaking 11.19 seconds in California. Her story from mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho.
Filipina sprinter Zion Corrales Nelson has etched her name into Philippine athletics history. The 27-year-old broke the Philippine women's 100-meter record after clocking 11.19 seconds at the McNabb Sprint Series in California, surpassing the previous mark of 11.27 set by Christina Knott in 2020. For Zion, the achievement was immediately clear the moment she crossed the finish line.
But as soon as I saw the time, I knew I did. And it was just like a culmination of just like all emotions. But it was just one of the first times in a while that I just felt like I had a really good executed race.
The national record is the latest milestone in a journey that began at a young age. Nelson first represented the Philippines as a teenager and went on to compete at the collegiate level in the United States. But her path to becoming the country's fastest woman was far from easy.
But I got injured for basically like the next like 3 years. So I just like kept getting injured every season. So it was like mentally so tough to just like keep trying to get back into it. I think in the back of my mind, I always knew that I just wanted to prove it to myself that I knew I could compete at a high level. And I wanted to come back and make sure that I had no regrets and no guilt.
Now, after finally breaking through, Nelson believes there is still plenty of room for improvement as she pursues her biggest dream yet of qualifying for the Olympic Games. Before returning to the Philippines for the ICTSI Philippine Athletics Championships, Zion will first compete in the Taiwan Open World Athletics Continental Tour Silver. And while she has already rewritten the record books, she hopes her success can help elevate Philippine athletics on the world stage.
But I just want us to be like a country that, people are kind of scared at the line of, oh, those Philippine athletes are here. Like,
Mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho, we are One News.
Those are the latest news at this hour. I'm Angelo Castro III. More stories coming your way at 4 p.m. on Storycon. Keep it here on One News.
This is AP News Minute. Lit candles lined the windows of the U.S. consulate in Hong Kong on Thursday to commemorate the deadly 1989 military crackdown on student-led pro-democracy protests in China's Tiananmen Square. A fire at a nursing home in western Sri Lanka killed at least 12 residents and injured 8 others, police said Thursday. 51 residents were rescued, according to authorities. Israeli drone strikes on parts of southern Lebanon killed at least 4 people on Thursday, according to a state-run news agency. The drone strikes came hours after Israel and Lebanon agreed to renew their fragile ceasefire and create a number of security zones inside Lebanon. And Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, held talks Thursday with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi, focusing on energy security, trade, and business ties, officials said. India imports about 90% of its oil and has been hit hard by rising energy prices and supply disruptions linked to the Iran war.